Welcome to the first update of Season 3 in the finals. Of course, I'm glad to be back at it again, showing you all the changes and news, and today we have patch 3.1. So for the weapons, the LH1 has of course been adjusted to have reduced damage from 52 down to 48, which was pretty much the expected consensus since obviously its previous rework improving the visual recoil. Obviously with that change, exceptional players kind of really thrive with this weapon, so Embark are kind of toning it down very slightly. The throwing knives have also had a bit of an adjustment, decreasing its damage from 63 down to 60. Again, recently that weapon did have a bit of a buff, increasing its damage and projectile speed. And again, similar to the LH1, this is just Embark simply bringing that weapon back in line with other options available for light. For the light gadgets, actually the sonar grenade has also received a nerf as well, which has basically been given a decreased range from 15 meters down to 12 meters. And again, essentially in terminal attack right now, the LH1 thermal and sonar as a combination was pretty damn dominant, so again this is just Embark adjusting that. For heavy, the newly added specialization, Winch Claw, the damage for that has been slashed from 15 down to 5, which actually means that it's going to be a lot more difficult for those kind of heavy plays pulling in a light for a guaranteed elimination. For example, previously, if you guys didn't know, if you had a Winch Claw, it would deal 15 damage into a 140 damage dealing RPG, which essentially insta-killed lights. Now you'll kind of have to pull off like a quick melee on top of that too, and that should still get the job done for you. Again, I think these changes are kind of a step in the right direction for balancing. I don't think nothing got completely cooked that we've seen previously, but you know, as for the meta on terminal attack this season, I don't really think that it's going to take much out of people primarily playing light in terminal attack. I do think that possibly, obviously, we'll have to kind of see what players decide to do. Maybe some players will actually stick with the LH1 and, you know, take the bite that it requires, maybe another round like previously, with the benefits of better visual recall, obviously starting in Season 3. I was going to make a video kind of talking a little bit about terminal attack. I know obviously a lot of you still kind of prefer that cash out mode, but I've been grinding terminal attack actually a little off video, and personally, I'm sorry, but I still enjoy the mode. It's kind of crazy, right? You know, but before I receive another wave of hate, I just wanted to kind of say that, you know, terminal attack and ranked tournament, I said previously in one of my videos, they do obviously exist in the game together. And obviously I made a video talking about that topic previously, so, you know, please, no more hate. I think a big problem that we had with terminal attack was actually when Embark made quite a massive change to the LH1, and it played out pretty dominant against most other options. You as obviously, let's say, you know, a medium main trying that game mode out, you're already going to have quite a negative experience, not because of the mode specifically, but because of the meta within that mode, if you're trying to give terminal attack at least a chance. On top of that, I've had quite a lot of, you know, cheaters, unfortunately, so if any of you are new to the finals, this wave will start to pass on throughout the week, so, you know, don't worry, it's pretty common at the start of each season. You know, just keep up the reports and obviously the video reports in the Discord as well. Another thing with terminal attack is that, obviously, of course, as you go up the higher levels of gameplay, such as, let's say, watching Carnifex or watching Piggy play, you'll start to kind of encounter a lot of strategies that wasn't really explored before. For example, something that's been pretty damn common for lights on defense is actually playing aggressive at the start of the match to flank behind the attackers, or even fighting for high ground early on, not even focusing on defending the objective. So when a new player comes over to terminal attack with, you know, let's say Counter-Strike tendencies, or let's say, for example, from Valorant, it's going to be quite surprising, right? You don't really expect to see it that much, really. You don't expect to see a defender playing super aggressive on that side unless you're Donk. You know, or anything like that. It's kind of a little bit of a twist and a mix-up. Of course, as well, the maps kind of allow the defenders to enable them to do that as well. So it's a bit of a struggle in the area. Again, I actually kind of believe in some way that if this was kind of a softer launch into terminal attack, I actually believe that more players would genuinely be enjoying it. But when you kind of have that initial negative sentiment with players so dedicated into cash out being told their ranked mode is going to be changing, you're already fighting a hard battle, right? I mean, on top of that, you know, the way the meta launched in terminal attack very recently, it's a really hard sell for those cash out players. And that's why I said before that I would have preferred two ways of getting your rank in Season 3. A lot of the feedback is, you know, is that the maps don't really fit well with terminal attack. Again, you know, some solutions are maybe placing something like boundary, similar to what we have in the tutorial for Monaco as an example, or, you know, even keeping the rounds fresh, change up the boundaries each turn depending on the terminal's placement, right? Just something that could kind of be a little bit more unique in that area, and they can be a bit more strict with the map placement. I know that Embark are all about freedom. For example, they don't have role locks on the cash out modes. You know, they allow as much freedom for the player as possible. But unfortunately, it's one of those situations where I think in terminal attack, where things kind of have to be a little more concrete and strict, maybe that's an option. I'm not too sure. I mean, I do actually like the freedom that you can have on terminal attack. It might just be the fact that we haven't adjusted to that mode yet, and there are a lot of things that we still need to discover, which is, of course, fully possible as well. Aside from that, even if we just kind of took the mode for what it is right now, right? I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. And let's say, you know, I'm told, or we are told something like, you know, just get good at terminal attack. Well, on stream, I did my placement games on terminal attack, and I went something like 6 wins, 2 losses or something as a solo player. And then suddenly the next match, as a solo player, I got queued into the ultimate, you know, raid boss KFC combo deluxe, right? It was the best 5 stack in the finals, and it obviously went completely as you'd expect. Come on, no! I needed to shoot him one more time. No. Let's try. At least we got 2 on them. At least we didn't get completely smashed, right? That's my excuse, guys. So I do think that the actual matchmaker and algorithm still needs some work. I don't think that solo or duo players should actually be matched against a 5 stack. Personally, I think that's pretty damn harsh. And another thing, of course, is at this point, when I see a lobby with a, let's say, a 35k plat player with a bunch of unranked players, it's pretty much GG, because there's likely a chance there's going to be a cheater, and that plat player is getting boosted to attempt to get the ruby rank, even though there's no point doing that because they get banned before they would even reach ruby or maintain that rank. So it is what it is. I think recently we also had some crazy things happen with THiiXY as well. I mean, THiiXY earned 0 RS after a 7-0 sweep, for example, as well. And then THiiXY found out that after getting past Diamond 1, you don't even get the Ruby badge. Okay, so that's another frustration too. Like, these are the kind of players in the competitive scene that you kind of want to sell this new ranked mode to, because obviously, you know, I'm not saying THiiXY is holding the entire player count or the player base or even, you know, the finals, but, you know, we would still watch the competitive scene or want some glimmers of the competitive scene to grow. Obviously, terminal attack was one of the options, and obviously THiiXY is getting pretty frustrated at it. I can only imagine how all the other players are getting frustrated at it too that don't stream. So I'm just thinking about you guys as well as an overall. So, you know, the elo system is pretty damn weird right now. You know, I'm being told that people on average are getting like more lost elo than 1 elo, which, to be fair, I'd actually understand maybe at like the higher ranks, maybe. But it kind of seems that this season, Embark are having like a real huge focus on a ranked distribution that's keeping players close to their actual ranks over that incentive for allowing people to grind for the diamond rewards, if that makes sense. And I think that in titles such as Valorant, Counter-Strike, again, I use this example a lot of players are actually used to not really progressing that much in terms of their rank, which means that a lot of the times, you know, the algorithm for those games have actually done the correct task. They've placed those players in the correct bracket of skill. But the problem is that in the finals, we know that previously in previous seasons, any skilled player could have pretty easily gotten the diamond rewards. I actually had a friend very recently who was decided to grind the finals last minute, and I went to sleep at like 10 p.m. or something. No, I didn't go to sleep at 10 p.m. I went to sleep at like 1 a.m. or something, and this guy stayed up all night on the last day of the finals before the Season 3 release, and he went from Plat 4 to Diamond 4 overnight in like 8 hours, right? So there you go. So players are kind of used to, in the finals, of real hard progression. And, you know, bar a few exceptions of skill, you know, suddenly when those players that are used to that progression are thrown into a very strict system designed to put them in a rank until they improve, again, you can kind of see why the hate for terminal attack would pile up, even if it wasn't directly on terminal attacks mode itself. So again, I know that you could obviously, you could obviously write in the comments, you could get into the very micros of terminal attack and tell me about the player count, tell me about the Reddit post, etc., etc. But honestly, I'm really tired, and at this stage, I'm just enjoying the game. Personally, I enjoy terminal attack. Yes, I want some things to improve that I just spoken about. You know, we're kind of going to go back into that cycle soon where all those YouTubers that went from, oh, the game is saved, you know, the Season 3 release, oh, the game is saved, they're going to start to go from, oh, the game is dying, and again and again and again, and we see this every season so far, and it's like, honestly, I just want to make content playing the finals. I just want to do fun stuff. So sure, every now and then, you know, I'll talk about the state of the game, I'll talk about the updates, etc., but I'm having fun, so I'll be holding on to that. I'm playing off video, which is why I haven't done much content recently, as I've just been playing off video. Also, last night was actually such a fun time. If you wasn't there hanging out with me live, I appreciate you guys that were. I did some practice casting on the THiiXY Rivals tournament that was hosted for the finals, thanks to Twitch. Congratulations to THiiXY's team with, of course, a dominating victory, coming first place as well. I don't think that the actual event itself from the finals was presented that well from a spectator perspective. Obviously, there was a spectator in the game, but it was shown with the player perspectives on stream, and the problem with that is that a lot of the times it would kind of show a player that isn't doing anything, and it was kind of like frustrating. So, you know, even people were saying that the energy on that stream was a bit less, etc. So I kind of just gave up mid watching it, and I decided to open like a ton of tabs, like watching all the streamers individually and doing my own casting. So I appreciate you guys that were there hanging out with me. Apparently as well, something really cool is that some people on Reddit were trying to share my stream around. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for helping me grow as a creator. I kind of, a lot of people talk about other YouTubers, and no one really talks about me. So it's like, it's actually kind of a good thing, because like at some point people are like, I hate that THiiXY guy. I'm like, no, like I'm trying to look out for everyone. I'm talking about the overalls for the game, right? So it's like, I hope that I don't get to that stage. But for those of you that actually here like hard supporting me, thank you so much. If you do want to check out my casting for the event last night, I have my VODs up on Twitch and YouTube, so I'll put them in the description below so you guys can check them out. Anyways, of course, it's about that time where we check out the new items in the store this week, so of course, let's go and head up into the game. This is a midsummer maypole for contestants who like to dance around the arena. So I think Sweden are recently celebrating their midsummer celebrations, so this is actually kind of cool. A free weapon charm here as well, so we're going to buy that and put that, of course, straight into our collection. A new golden kitsune, that is actually really nice. No bushy tail, no problem. I'm not going to buy it. It's not necessarily for my outfit. I kind of like the goth girl. I'm totally not in love with a virtual contestant, guys. That would be very weird. So we have, we saw this, I think, in the preview for the season preview for the content creator event. We have the Eclipse shade. Ooh, this looks really nice. I know it's a bit weird. Reminds me of Escape from Tarkov. If you guys know the pistol grip for Escape from Tarkov. Not for Escape, but from Escape from Tarkov. Looks nice. Obviously not a skin that I would pay 800 for, of course, but I just kind of like the design of the FAMAS here. Looks good, but not for me. A little bit too expensive. We have a little finals merit. This is actually kind of cool. I like this. Actually kind of cool. I might... 150 is not bad. I might buy that. We have also Stardust Send-Off. Actually, quite cool. I don't mind that, actually. That's cool. A little medal here on the top right. Again, doesn't really go with my medium outfit. We could go maybe with the boots, but I kind of like the ones I have. Obviously, this is kind of cool too. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I like that you can buy them all individually, as I said before. This is the dress to deploy set right here. And we have Jaded, Not Jaded. So this is actually a second iteration. If you guys don't remember, let's go back very quickly. A long time ago, you guys will remember this. We go to edit. One of the most popular M11 skins was actually, not this one right here, and this is the Marble Majesty. So if we preview the bundle right here, we can see that they've actually split them off individual pricing, which is nice. And you can see we have the Stone Cold right here. Remember this, just keep this in mind. We have Busted Up Broken, and the Marble Majesty collections here. If we go into the store, this is like a second iteration right here for the Jaded, Not Jaded set. Look at the cube, see? So it's like another really cool bit of detail here on the skin. Again, we don't have a person this time, we just have a Dream Stone. We have the LH1, which looks nice. Look at the bow, actually quite nice. I like the golden handle and the AK, pretty nice. Not something that I would personally buy on this week. I don't think anything else here apart from the Midsummer is going to be something that I would buy. But that's pretty much it for the season update this week, and that is it for the store. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me as always. You guys know the outro. My name is THiiXY, and I'll see you on the podium.